Like, dang, like, I thought y'all was gonna be running away from mushroom zombies, not like, what?
Mushroom zombies.
They're very fast.
I'm
like, these motherfuckers is fast.
Oh my God. We have so much to talk about. Okay.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Talks and Sips, where fun is the best chaser. I am your host, Jess, aka J-Fox, helping you get through your ebbs and flows of another sip-worthy week. And just like that, it's another week. We're on another sip-episode, and we have another amazing guest on our Woman Month. If you haven't caught on yet, this entire month has been lady-driven. We've had comedians, we've had singers. My grandma's coming on.
So adorable.
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your name?
Hi, everyone. I'm Judith.
Hi, Judith.
I get to work with Jess outside of here at Earwolf.
Oh my gosh, I love you.
It's great. Thank you. I love you too.
Dude, it's so crazy. In my field, forever, I've only ever worked with like big groups of men. So like I used to do live sound.
Okay.
Men dominated. I used to do like video quality control.
Yeah.
Men dominated. So it was always like, oh man, this is whack. Like, you know, and then I joined Earwolf and I was like, there's so many ladies in here.
Yes.
Girl boss energy left and right.
Yeah.
And so you're one of them, and it's very exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the exciting thing about Earwolf too, because I'm a podcast producer, and for the audience, I produce Scam Goddess. Yes. Scam Goddess and The Fuckery with Leslie Jones and Lenny Marcus. And even before, shout out to Marina Pais, who's an amazing engineer. Went on to bigger and better things. But when I came on, she was the engineer and Lacey was the host and I was the producer, and our researcher was Sherilyn Vieira. And then Sherilyn went on to do better things, and then we had Kaylin. So I've been working with an all-woman ladies team for ever since I got here. So it's been dope.
And I like that some of our hosts are like in that same track mind. Yeah. Because I know like with Cody's side with Deep Dive, they're like, what? You want a man to engineer this? Absolutely not. This is boo.
Get him out of here.
Girls club only. It's
girl boss. Bitch.
Girl boss. Yeah. And even like with Best Friends with Sashir, right? And Nicole, like it's
Kimmy holding it down.
Yes. Oh man, actually.
And Jordan, I think, is the engineer.
Jordan, they love Jordan. Yeah, and Jordan's doing amazing things on the weekend too. Like today.
Oh yeah, she's singing. She's a singer. Yes.
Yeah, giving us the the pop dream that we need.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's really nice. It's such a change of pace, and I'm so excited about it.
Yay.
And it's so funny though, because like the other day I did walk into one of our meetings. And I think most of the women, like, we were at home, or I don't know. It was just a weirder day for us. And I was like, oh, no. And there was, like, all the guys in the room. And I was like, Matt, Scott, Josh, Jason. I was like, no, they're Colin. They're taking over again. No.
Shout out to them. Great guys.
They're wonderful. Yeah. They're such dreams. But
it's a stark difference, though.
Right. You're like, where did the girls go?
Where my ladies at?
Right. Where are my ladies at? Yeah. But it's been such a really fun month here on the show, because it's what is it, Women's History Month.
Yes.
But yeah, so what's going on? You're going through some really cool stuff. You put on such a cute dress now that we're like on Girl Talk. And you went out and you strut your stuff. And I want to, like, how was that experience? And like, so for the listeners, so they know, what was it for?
Yeah, so I had a little red carpet moment, and it was for the Ambies, which is the Podcast Academy's award ceremony to sort of highlight the best podcasts who submitted, of course. It was their third annual one, so it was really cool to see all the different types of podcasts and the different categories that they were in. Yeah. My two shows were in the comedy podcast. We did not win, but shout out to Nicole Byer, who won for Why Won't You Date Me?
It's so crazy.
Podcast. Yeah.
I forget she has, because,
she's so many podcasts.
She's so busy, bro.
Like, she's winning.
Winning.
Yeah. So shout out to her. And I love Grand Crew too, which is on NBC.
Oh, yeah. So
really,
good.
Really dope. So yeah, it was a great experience.
Oh my gosh. And you're not like, you said that you didn't initially want to go, and that your boo was like, "Now we're going."
Yeah. Well, I'm not a person that like celebrates myself a lot. Like my sister would, like when we were growing up, like when birthdays came, she's like had a week of activities. Like we're celebrating. I was born today, but this month is dedicated. You know, there are those people, and where I'm just like, I just want to be at home and chill. And like,
it's true.
You know, I'm just not like big into that. So he was just like, this is a great accomplishment. You should go
get dressed, get cute, like own it.
Exactly.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I was like, okay.
That picture of you with Lacey, I was like, oh look at them. They're serving looks.
Lacey killed it.
Dude.
Like she gave like streetwear. Yeah, she had like a all white. If y'all get a chance, go see the photo.
I'll post it right here.
Yes, she looked amazing. Like a beautiful bob, like Adidas all white, like, and she had like a cute little Adidas bag to match. It was like streetwear, but like she really should have been at like the MTV Awards. Like, I was just like, oh my God, it was great.
I'm fascinated. It looked like the fashion that I'm seeing right now is like the pant to foot.
Yes, that's what Lacey was wearing.
Yeah, like,
and it was
there's no separation.
No separation. It was like one jumpsuit. It was
like your whole
sexy onesie.
How do you
was just great
with the heel in it? Yes, sexy onesie with the heel in it. And I'm like, whoa! It reminds me of like it gives me like superhero.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
It's very fly superhero like comic, but like really sleek and sexy.
We gotta make this efficient. Ooh, you gotta be aerodynamic.
Yeah.
You gotta slip in through the cracks like butter.
Yeah. like lather me up. Lather me.
Yeah.
With the boots attached.
Oh my gosh, it's wild.
Yeah, but really cool. It looks really dope.
Oh, I love that you guys did that though. It was so cool.
It was fun.
I was like, dang it, we need to do stuff. I am your sister. I am like the Leo. It's like I saw a meme online once that was like, oh, you're Leo's your best friend, then you've probably gone to Ireland for someone. Like you probably had to buy a plane ticket for someone's birthday. You know, it's a whole month event. I'm like, and so it's hit me like it's weird because I like to be celebrated. Yeah, I like all of that, right?
And everyone should be. Everyone should definitely celebrate themselves for sure.
But I think it's more like for me, it's the community part. It's I'm like, I want to get my people together. Normally it's hard to get us together, right? Because you're so busy. I have friends.
Everyone. Oh my God.
Right? And that's the thing. We're at this place now in life where it's like appointments.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, can you make this happen in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
For like a 2 hour stint?
You need that runway so you can plan everything.
Dude, it's crazy. I had a friend go like, hey, so are we going to have dinner? And like, I was like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, I have a pocket of time here. I'll be in this part of town. He's like, great. And then like 3 days before, he's like, hey, just checking if we're
You gotta do that check-in. Like, we still doing it? Yeah.
They're like, yeah. And then literally that morning of, and I don't blame him. I'm sure a lot of people flake out all the time.
Yeah.
And he goes, just checking. Are we going to meet tonight at 6?
You have to.
You're right. And I was like, yep, we're still meeting up today at 6.
Still doing that.
Yep, it's happening. But yeah. Okay, what are you sipping? What's happening?
Ooh, so many things.
Yeah, there's so many beverages on this table right now.
Well, for real, I am sipping chai latte.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, so we have at the cafe downstairs. It's very good. I don't know if it was the barista, but she was like, we have the best chai in the world.
I think she's the owner.
Well, she's not wrong. This is very good chai latte. I was like, I think you're correct.
You like made her day.
Yeah.
You just made a whole woman's day, and I love it.
Yeah, it was very good. I brought Prosecco.
Ooh.
We haven't opened it yet.
You'll come back, or sorry, they'll be in the edit out of nowhere. It's like bubbly pouring. Like, can you tell we took a break?
It was overflowing.
It's overflowing.
And then, of course, I have water because we're supposed to drink like 1 billion gallons a day. So I'm trying to
Why is it
keep
so hard? What, right? Like
so much to drink. Yeah.
It's they're like, why is it hard to drink 8 glasses of water? But like you'll definitely drink 8 glasses of wine while eating.
Yeah.
And it's like,
because it tastes better. Like
Facts. Yeah. Flavored Town. The Flavored Town is real. Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess that makes sense. My grandma's like, I drink water. My grandma don't drink water. My grandma don't be drinking no water. I'm calling her out.
You don't drink water, Grandma. Come on.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh man. Yeah. So my mom, she's like that too. Like I we carry water bottles. That makes total sense to me, right?
Yeah.
And my mom will like get a cup and she'll put ice in it and water and like say there's like a, little table holding the microwave.
Yeah.
There you go. And then she'll like carry on with her day. And then I'm like, is this like...
So they're doing water cosplay. They're just like, it's here, but I'm not drinking it.
Dude, it's like their, what is it, like emotional support water?
They're not drinking it.
They're not drinking it. It's just there. But you know what? I come to think of it, like, because we carry our water bottles everywhere.
That's true.
I'm like, those are like emotional support water bottles, right? Like it comes with you. Yeah. It goes to the store. Yesterday I was like, where did I leave it? Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. It's, oh my God. But yeah, it's just so hard. Like, it's so hard when... I think it's a chore of it all, right? So like even with like going to the gym and things, I'm like, the moment you like you shift your thinking, you're like, oh, okay, this is fine. Like I can do. But the moment you're like, oh,
I have to think about it, be intentional about it. But once you get in the groove of it, I noticed when I went on vacation, I didn't bring a water bottle. And so like, I was like, am I hydrated? Oh, look, it's 1:00. You just drank a fucking like mule crazy. Like you should probably drink water. So I was like, okay, time to hydrate. But when I'm at home, you have the water bottle, you just fill it up. Like it's just kind of natural. It's just more natural. But when I'm out and about, I'm not even thinking about it. And then I'm like, oh, come on, Judith. Let's hydrate. Get it. You're in your late 30s. Your organs are gonna they're gonna start shutting down, girl. You need water.
You know what? I gotta share something with you. It's been a crazy week.
Oh my gosh.
And especially when you said your organs. Okay, so tell me, it's like the beginning of the year. We're still in the first quarter. So like everyone's kind of making their appointments, right? Their physicals, their 10 tests, like all of that.
Yeah.
And so I've been going, and taking care of all of that. Tell me why. And this is the first time in my life, a doctor has been like, so, your liver's a little bit upset. It's not a big deal. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
And she was like, she's like, your cholesterol, it's supposed to be at 100.
Okay.
It's at 120.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, it's not that bad.
Okay.
And so then tell me why the rest of the day I was wrecked. I was like, no.
I would be too.
I've never had anyone tell me that my cholesterol is high.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah, that's
so like
scary.
And to make things worse, 24 hours before that, I'd gone to the dentist because I was looking at getting like Invisalign or some braces or something, right? Because I have like a wild bite and I snore. I'm a bear. My poor boyfriend, he has to roll me over. He's like, babe, you're snoring again. I'm like, sorry. Please don't break up with me. It's okay. I locked it in.
He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. And so I go, right? And so, and he, the doctor, the dentist. I keep calling them doctors at the dentist. I mean, you're doctors. Right?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
And so he's like he's checking. And then he looks at the x-rays. And okay, it's about to turn into a novella right now.
Oh, man.
And so then he goes, my voice even has to change. He goes, okay, like assistant doctor lady. Let's, I'm going to need you to do these x-rays in this area again. And so I go and I do x-rays again. And I was like, what? I already did these a month ago. Oh. And then he comes back. And then I'm sitting there in the chair and everyone's like,
oh my God.
Like if I'm not there.
Don't whisk, please. Was your mouth agape? Like,
come on. Yeah. And I'm like, dang it. And then he goes, I need to refer you somewhere. And I'm like, what?
Now a specialist needs to be brought in.
What? I don't have it like that. That's money. Right. That's my real concern.
Is it covered under my insurance? The specialist?
Shoot. Oh my God. I'll get to that.
Okay.
And so then I'm like, and he's like, there's in your bone, in your mouth, there's these black spots in where it should be white, right?
Whoa.
And he's like, this could mean like, maybe cancer, maybe tumor, maybe. He goes straight for
my God.
Yeah, he goes for the jugular.
Just WebMD'd you, just straight can, just the first thing.
You came in for braces. You're walking out with cancer. Yeah, it was wild, Judith.
Oh my God.
Okay, and I was like, oh my God. He's like, but you'll be fine. I just want to check. Sir, can you pay for this? Anyway, so I make an appointment, right? Yeah. The next day I go. And then they do a whole CT scan, and I'm like, whoa, this is like a vending machine. Like they should, because the insurance doesn't cover like the CT scan. It doesn't, like it just doesn't. I don't know why. And so like that's going to be a separate charge, like $180 to use this X-ray machine, essentially.
Ooh, this healthcare system is a scam, child.
It's a scam, right? Oh, yeah. And so I'm like, yeah, this thing. Oh, and then the thing is doing its thing, and it sounds like I'm at Disneyland. It's like and I'm like, why? And it's like, you can now remove your head.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm like, is this a CT scan? Like,
wow.
What the heck? I was like, yeah, it just needs it's a vending machine, really.
Oh my gosh. Did you get results back? Do they know?
So I have to go back in 3 months for them to check. But essentially, like what it did is instead of seeing it through the front, we were able to look down into the area.
Okay.
And it's like, and the doctor's like, he's like, yeah. Does it hurt there? I'm like, no. He's like grabbing and wiggling. His whole hand is in my mouth. He's like, you good? I'm like, yeah, This is fine, I guess. And then basically he goes, I think you know what it is. I'm like, nothing. He's like, yeah.
That's what I'm talking. I want my $180 back.
It was
nothing. You just saw black spots. WebMD, like, you might have cancer cancer. What? How dare you?
Tell me what. And it was on.
Thank God it wasn't.
Oh,
that.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Why would you? Yeah,
what?
Go ahead.
No. And so then I'm supposed to have, we have check-ins at work and that the day or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm going to be late to this check-in. I think I'm dying.
Yeah. Because a doctor said you might be dying, but you'll be all right.
It'll be cool. I'm like, I really just wanted to fix my bike. That's what I came for.
Oh my God. Thank God.
Yeah. It's all
so
good.
Crazy.
Yeah, what a crazy week, right?
So crazy.
This whole week has been batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Like what's happening with our company.
Yeah.
And then like awards.
Yeah.
And then like it's just, oh my gosh.
Up and down, baby.
Up and down. Yeah, we're literally ebbing and flowing. Yeah. But you know what? I gotta ask you, what are you memeing? What is like keeping you laughing?
So
all of that.
I need to bring it up. But there is this meme. I think it originated when I don't know if it came from a news source or whatever, but I always send this whenever, I guess it's a gift technically, but these kids dancing, they're all in uniforms and they're dancing. And I usually share it when I'm saying, hey. So like these kids are just like going ham. And I think what happened is like their school gave them tickets to the first Black Panther. Oh. And they were going to see it. So when they heard it,
that's the origin of the gift?
I think so.
I love that.
So like every time
I gotta see
I have to find it, I share it. Like anytime there's good news or whatever, it's like my first, it's my first go-to because it just like, it really just like embodies like, some like Black boy, Black girl joy. I'm like, y'all better go off. So yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. They're like, hey. Oh man,
just dances. So I was like, I love this.
You gotta send that to me. That's so cute. I'm gonna start using that. But I love it because if it is for Black Panther, like dang, that's so rad. Like you think of that, the first Black Panther, incredible, did amazing.
So good.
Second one, to me, the second one was really special, especially because obviously I'm Latina, so Namor, like,
and he was fine.
And he's fine.
Namor was point.
He's
like,
so
okay.
hot. I don't know why you have to have feathery ankles. I don't know what the deal there was, but everything else, like, chef's kiss. That man was sculpted.
Whole movie would have been short. It wouldn't have been this 2 hour. I'd have been like, Namor, let's get together.
That's literally what he was saying.
I was like, you're right.
He's like, yeah. Oh, you want to have babies? Okay.
No problem.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. No.
Not with them abs. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So good. Oh my gosh.
If I saw Namor, I'd have been like, oh, we go together. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. We are soulmates. We were destined.
My scuba gear, like, well, here we go.
Yeah, they're like in the depths and the furthest parts of the sea. Yeah. I'm like, who is it, Spielberg? The one that, are you down there?
It would have been a whole different movie. So I think they did the right thing.
Yeah, I agree. I do, and to be honest, like, we all know how productions work, guys. We didn't film this and release it the same day. We got jobs. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. Be real. Mm-hmm. Like the app. Anyway, like the kids app. That's so funny. Right? And like, basically, today is Oscar Sunday.
Yes, it is.
It really is Oscar Sunday. And so I just keep thinking about how, like, everyone, like, and that lady, right? The lady who was, I forget her name. She's an actress. Let me find out.
Angela Bassett?
Angela Bassett, okay. Right? But she did incredible. Yeah. But more so, I'm trying to think of the other lady who basically sang that thing. Yeah. Angela Bassett did the thing.
Yes. They were roasting her for, I felt bad for her. I was like, y'all, she clearly was doing like a song or whatever.
She was blending everyone in all at once.
It was everything everywhere all at once, for sure. And like, dang, like, Twitter just got out because it was just so corny. It's like Angela Bassett did the thing. It was like, ooh.
And I'm like, maybe if she wouldn't have done the dance routine,
maybe
there would have been saving grace there.
She committed to that dance. I was like, ooh, go off. She did
the
it.
Heavy breathing. She's like really working it out.
Yes. Yeah, she was in I think the West Side Story.
Oh, is that where she's?
I think so. Yeah. She's an actress. I felt bad because I was like, we all have those like performance corny moments that you have and you have to do. And it just like, I'm so glad I didn't grow up like with social media because like I would have been roasted like across the world. I can't imagine like something going viral. You just now people love that. They want to go viral. They want to do like silly stuff.
Viral.
I'm like,
No, yeah. What's her name? I feel so bad that I don't.
I'm over here looking up. Angela Bassett did the thing. That's what I'm looking up.
Me too. It says, what does Angela Bassett did the thing mean? What was the thing? Question mark.
The thing. Well, she did all the things.
Who did she do it with? Question mark. And how often? Question mark. Oh my God. It was
Ariana DeBois.
Oh yeah. There it is.
All the ladies in the room, supporting and leading, all here I presume. Hong Chao, Dolly D, Carrie and Carrie with the C. Dame Emma, I'm so fond. Anna girl, you were great and blonde. Danielle D, you broke my heart. Michelle, I've loved you from the start. Angela Bassett did the thing. Viola Davis, my woman king. Blanche Kate, you're a genius. And Jamie Lee, you are all of us.
She's very talented. And this, of course, hopefully this will blow over because it's so stupid.
It always does. It's
just so silly. You know what I mean? So, yeah. She's award winning. Like, go off, sis. She received, like, Academy Award, British Academy Film Award, the Golden Globes. I'm like, go ahead, girl. Golden Globe. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah. So she also did the thing. It'll be fine.
She did also do the thing.
She also did the thing. It reminds me, it gives me like, do you remember when Fergie sang the national anthem? Last fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Like
that will forever be iconic. It was so bad.
It was so bad. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but like she had to do it though,
and she made a choice.
Yeah,
she was like, I'm gonna make it my own. She committed to it, and sometimes it doesn't work. It just didn't work.
It doesn't work. It's so cringe. But you know what? Like, I feel like you need they're humbling experiences.
Yeah. I mean, as creatives, you take risks. And sometimes they pay off and sometimes they don't.
Like, well, I'm not doing that.
Right. I have never heard her try to sing it like that ever again. It's like,
yeah. You know what they say, less is more. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. All right. Speaking of people, getting really like famous. I was telling you off camera about the hitchhiking guy.
Yes, that documentary on Netflix. That
Kai guy, yeah. And like, everything takes me forever to watch. Yeah, it just so I watched it, like it took me a week and a half, like little chunks. Yeah, finally finished it.
Yeah, and it was kind of intense too, so I could see why it like you were like
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Like,
he got really famous really quickly.
Yeah. And then, that's right. He ended up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yeah. The Kardashian producers were like, we want you.
And it's wild.
It is wild.
And I was like, why? Like, I know, like, societally, we frown upon true crime almost.
Yeah.
But then we love it. Like, why? What? I'm trying to figure out what the phenomena is between women and true crime.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild. I mean, there's a little bit of like, in our society, women are more susceptible to like, in terms of like studies have shown, right? So to be attacked, violence, all that stuff. So like maybe there's a little bit of ingrained of like, well, you got to know what you're looking out for. So it's always like
that makes sense.
Yeah, I remember my it's not kind of the same thing, but like when I was growing up, and I was born in the 80s, and so I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. And in the 80s, there's this phenomenon where people were just snatching up babies and they were in white vans.
What?
Yeah. And so it was like,
it was a trend at the time.
Honestly, like all the like, the kidnappers were like, you got to have a white van if you want to do this.
It can't not be a white van. It can't be a black one. Go get it spray painted.
No, it must be a white man. It must be hanging around in suburbs ready to snatch your babies. So my parents, like my mom is from Haiti. My dad is from Sierra Leone. They don't know, like, they come to America and that's in their head. And they're like, oh, no, nope. You're not going nowhere. Not on my watch. And I remember my mom would always watch the news and be on the lookout for that. So it's just like when we're like concerned about things, like I'm sure right now I'm not worried about that. I don't have kids. But when you get to that place and you're like, oh, shit.
White vans.
Gotta
look out for those white vans.
No.
I don't care that you're an electrician.
Right. Get your plumber rooter ass out of here with your white van. Yeah. Like, not my kids.
Not my future metaphorical kids.
Exactly. So it's like that you're always kind of like, okay, you got to watch out. You got to know what the signs are.
And maybe that's why we like it so much.
And it's society loves a mystery, right? Trying to figure out like a whodunit. So I think also like those true crime always has that aspect. Yeah. So like a lot of people get sucked into that type of storytelling too. So
it makes sense. And there's something about it because it's formulaic, I think too, right? And so it's kind of easier to produce. Yeah. My sister, it's so weird. Like she won't watch certain things. Yeah. But tell me why. Like, tell me why she sends me this morning. And I was like, this is hilarious. And it's an animation. And look at just her emojis alone. It's laughing. It's like, you know what it is. If you're listening, you know what means. And it's a winky face. And so like, basically.
You just need to relax and stop overreacting.
Murdered this man. You tortured him.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
But it's
immediately.
Like POV, you're on your period.
Overreacting? Okay.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Well, your reproductive parts try to attack you every month, then you talk to me.
Such a dude. Oh my God. And then I hear about how like some girls don't get their periods till like later in life, right? And then I'm like, what?
Lucky ducks.
Lucky ducks. What the heck? Why was I bleeding at like 9?
Yeah, so early.
I was not ready for kids at 9. Relax,
crazy.
Body.
Yeah, crazy.
Relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. That's the one thing I always joke with my boyfriend about. I'm like, if I ever make it to the pearly gates, like, I'm going to have notes for the Lord.
Be like, excuse me, sir.
Did we really need a menstruation, Lord? You're the maker of all things.
Yeah.
This had to happen.
I had to be in pain every month.
Every month? That's what it was? You could have took out the pain. I have notes.
Yeah.
It's
like, also like wasteful. It's insanely like, okay, TMI. We're going to get real TMI today on the show. Like, I can't wear tampons.
Oh, man.
I can't wear them. I'll die. Going back to mortality here. Starting the show, ending the show, midway.
I will die.
I will die. Because in high school, I was like, because I knew it. I knew I was going to be on my period at prom.
What?
And that sucks.
Did you count it? Did you just like, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I do not. And then pads back then aren't where pads are today.
They were diapers.
Oh my gosh.
Monstrous.
They were monstrous. It was like, just might as well put toilet paper down there and put a sticky on it.
If you've ever seen the first iPhone, not even the first iPhone, the first cellular phone, but it's all pad. And they were like, here you go.
Put this down there. Like my underwear cannot hold all of this. It's gonna rip.
We're just walking around with waddles. Like, why are you walking like this?
Walking like this? Why are you walking like this?
I'm a lady.
I'm a lady. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, it was wild. So I tried it a month before because I knew. So I was like, I'm gonna just try this tampon, and I got the toxic shock syndrome.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I felt like, and here's the ongoing joke. My brother's gay. And so that happened to be the day it was just him and I and my youngest brother. And nobody else was home. And we couldn't get a hold of anyone. Because I was like 17. Yeah, I was 17. Okay. And so like I had to like get it out. Get the shit out of me. Oh my God. And so then basically I'm like starting to like spaz and I'm like on the toilet and I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, my palms so sweaty.
Oh my God.
The whole thing, right? And so he's like fanning me. He's sitting across from me on the toilet. So I have like a towel on my, right? Isn't that sweet? Yeah, totally. And he's fanning me and he's like, oh my God, here. And he's like dabbing me like with the towel and he's just working. And I'm like, and so it's obviously not true, but I'm like, I'm the reason you're gay.
Oh my God.
I traumatized you.
Oh my God.
Like, oh no, I don't want to deal with women like this. It's like this for all of them. Count me out.
God.
No. And so he's like, no, I was already gay. I'm like, I know.
I love the clarification.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was like, why do you think you did such a good job taking care of me?
Oh.
You did such a good job taking care of me.
What were the symptoms? Was the sweats one of the symptoms?
I got sweats. I started seeing like black spots.
Oh my God.
And then my legs started going numb.
Ooh.
Yeah, it
scary.
happened really quickly.
Oh my God.
And so like I got it out. We finally like leveled me out and I like laid on the couch for the next 24 hours.
So you didn't have to go to the hospital?
No, it was because it was quick.
Okay.
Like the reaction was quick. Yeah, it was weird. Everyone's like, what the heck? So I never tried it after that.
Okay. Yeah, I would not either.
No, but then I'm just like, and then the other day I'm like sitting there doing the math and I'm like, if I wear X amount of pads a day, and then that's how many days, like 7-8 days or whatever, like in the week. And then you multiply that by 12. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm destroying the earth. No. Yeah. But then I know there's other solutions that people talk about, like the underwear.
Yeah. They also have the Diva Cup.
I think it's the same thing though. It's like the whole keeping it inside is like not happy about that. Okay, she's like, no, we don't do that here. Yeah. No, we keep it clean. We keep going. It's gotta go. There's no room in this compartment store.
Yeah, no, that's wild. I would definitely never do it again after that.
No,
that's scary.
It was so scary. Yeah. But yeah, so to your point, I'm gonna be like, why? Like, why?
What?
Like internation. Is there anything like your boo does for you now when you're having a hard day or like your period or anything like that you're like, shout out to my boo?
Yeah, he's really good at like if I had a long day at work and like,
which is like all the time.
Yeah. Jessica knows.
Which is every day.
He will have like, because we're both busy. He's a writer. Yeah. So like we're both obsessed with California Kitchen Grill, Fish Grill, not Kitchen Grill, California Fish Grill.
Yes, queen.
So we love the like fish assortment. So he'll make sure like before it closes to like have like one of those like ready to go. Yeah.
Oh, like, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Although I need to get back on my meal prep instead of ordering everything.
No, I was just saying that.
The timing, it's like you have to really be intentional and like carve out time. Like for me, I'm like, I just have to have a whole day where I'm just cooking. For the week.
Yeah.
Like
I think I was just talking to my sister about this. I was like, dude, I work out like crazy and I can't break this weight and it's driving me crazy. And she's like, you can break it. And so basically I'm like, she's like, I hate her. I love her. I hate her. She's like, if it's intentional for you, like you're gonna you're gonna make the effort, right? And she's not wrong. And so I'm like, dang it. And so just to your point, I'm like, oh man, we keep eating out. Like, but I don't know about you, but I'm an all or nothing type of lady. Yeah. So it's like, all right, well, if I'm gonna have like snacky poos for the road, like I need to have them labeled. It has to be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I mean? It has to go till Sunday. Like, and then again, that goes carving out time, and it's like, but do we have the time? And then we go back to where we started of like, we don't have it. Yeah.
You have to be because like once you get past it, like we're both listening to like hours of like audio and like trying to figure out how to piece it together and or what we need to take out. All of that is so time consuming.
That and like, I don't know about you, but at the end of the day or at the end of an edit like that, you're like, I don't.
You're drained. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah,
it really does.
I can't be reading right now. I can't be like, because
I have to just not do anything or watch Bob's Burgers. It's one of my faves.
Oh,
and
is
just
it?
veg out. Yeah, I love Bob's Burgers.
My boyfriend's gonna love you. Yeah, he loves Bob's Burger. Yeah, his whole thing is like the Halloween special's out, the Christmas special's out.
Good.
Did you watch the
movie?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And my favorite, going back to working out with the villain, he's like, I'm gonna say that I was at the gym for 2 hours, and they're like, oh no, sorry, you don't look like you're at the gym for 2 hours.
Nope, you're caught.
Yeah. It was so funny. There was an episode not too long ago of Bob's Burgers where I think Louise was gonna do a poem or something, and then that one made me cry.
It was really cute, and Tina was like, "No, we gotta go support her somewhere." Even though like Louise is like, "No, please
leave me alone."
Here. Right?
Yeah,
but she really wanted, people to be like, "We see you, Louise." Yeah,
dang. Dude, I'm telling you, I was crying.
Yeah, it was really good.
My brother, the gay one, of course, he's dressed up as Tina before for Halloween.
Nice. That's a good costume.
It's such a good one, and he does the dance so perfectly.
That's another meme that's pretty
right.
Dope, yeah.
When you oh my God, I'm going on a tangent now. Yeah. So yesterday we went out last night dancing, and it was like Odessa type music, but not Odessa at all.
What does that mean?
Like rave type music.
Oh, so like
electronic,
almost rave house. That
world.
Okay.
Like Flume, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, and so I was like, okay, like it's a friend's birthday. She wants to go here, and so. Tell me why. And this is also how I know I'm aging out, because I was up until the very end when like we moved to a different part of the dance floor maybe, but basically I was like, damn dude, I'm bored. And it was like the music was boring to me.
It felt like the same song throughout the whole.
And they kept changing it before you'd get into it and it'd change.
Oh yeah,
that's just so frustrating.
It is.
And so basically like Tina, I'm like, but like on my boyfriend, and he's just like,
sure. I guess this is dancing
to
this.
Like it doesn't make any sense. I was like, yeah, this is such a great time. Shaking my butt,
throwing it back,
throwing out my back. All
more
of
like
that.
it. Yep.
That
is so funny.
But yeah, that episode really wrecked me because it was like the whole sibling thing.
Yeah,
right?
like that love.
Yeah,
the bond.
We just love.
Yeah, and even though like Tina and Louise are kind of, Louise definitely runs
the show.
Yeah. Like she just does. Yeah. And so like to know like Tina's like the heart, and she's like, I got you, little sis. And Louise is like get out of here. But she knew, so it was beautiful. It was cute.
It's really sweet. Like my brother and my youngest brother have that exact relationship where my youngest brother is like a little bit of a biatch sometimes, and I can say that because he's my brother. But and he'll get real snobby, and definitely my other brother's like the heart, and it's the same thing. Yeah. Like, and so I was just like, I can't be feeling these emotions watching cartoons. This is embarrassing. These cartoons are making me cry.
Yeah, but it's good storytelling,
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah,
like
oh yeah, I got my boyfriend hooked on Bob's because we watched the one episode where Tina was learning how to drive, and so Bob took her to this like big parking lot.
Yeah,
there was one car in the parking lot. They started over here. Tina drives so slowly, the slowest drive.
Oh no!
To the one car in the parking lot. And then, as they got closer, he was like, "Okay, Tina, you have time to. Tina, you have
Tina,
time. Tina, you're gonna. Tina, you're gonna." And then she hits the car. And then it turns out the car was Bob's mortal enemy, Jimmy Pesto.
Oh yeah.
I was like, y'all are so like. I rewound that so much because it was just so ridiculous how far away, how safe she was, and she still hit the one car, the one car in the whole parking lot. It was so hilarious. I was like, he screamed. He was like, that was so funny. Let's continue watching.
That slow, like the elevating of the humor.
Yeah,
but just keeping it so simple, and you know it's coming.
Yeah,
so it's that journey of knowing that it's coming.
It was just so ridiculous. Yeah, it was like, what you had so much opportunity not to hit the car.
But also, like,
so funny.
It's playing on the trope that women are bad drivers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, I just like it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Being a lady is tough. Yeah.
It is.
Between periods, driving stigmas.
Yeah.
Doing cringe performances,
getting paid less on the dollar. That's fun.
That's real fun.
I
just love that for us. That ceiling, it hurts. Yeah, there's things that I don't understand about all that.
Yeah,
and maybe I need to understand more, so then we can do something about it. I don't know, but
maybe
in the show we have this thing called Gen Z meme. What does this mean? Because sometimes Gen Z memes be out here, and I'm like, what does this mean?
Oh my gosh!
So here is
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
I didn't even know we're at a place now like Zillennials.
What?
Like millennials, 1981 to 1991 stuff, and it's like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
What is this, like Cinnabon?
Wow.
Friends, Jeans,
and those are people who were born in that period.
Yeah,
that's millennial. Okay,
that's like their stuff.
Wow.
And then if we go Gen Z, which is 1997 through the 20s or whatever.
Okay.
A lot of Snapchat, a lot of Instagram aesthetic, and the Hollywood sign, Supreme.
Oh yeah.
I don't understand that one.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But like the whole streetwear, like I don't know, this supply and demand, and like you stand in mad lines.
And mad lines for clothes.
Yeah, no,
Get out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nope. Oh, the really thick eyebrows, which I'm guilty of.
Yeah.
What else?
I draw mine in like a bad drag queen every time.
Oh,
I'm like, when will the 1920s eyebrows come back? With just a fucking line? I'm like, I'm coming back, please.
Dude, they're wanting to bring it back, and I'm like, no, please don't. Well, because
it
like
wasn't good.
It wasn't good then. It won't be. Yeah, it won't be good now.
Yeah.
Look, remember I told you I'm all or nothing lady. Mm-hmm. So like my eyebrows are tattooed in.
Smart.
Yeah. I don't got time to. If I wake up, I don't got time for that.
Yeah.
I barely had time for this.
So smart.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Yeah. And so it's like Zillennials. I'm
like,
like,
oh my God.
What?
I don't like that name. It's funny. My sister would be a Zillennial, but I would just call her a young millennial.
We're going to the Urban Dictionary. And so a Zillennial is any individual born between 1995 to 2000. That's very...
Yeah, that's very... Then my sister would just be a young millennial because she was in 93.
93?
Yeah, she's just about to turn 30.
Oh, yeah. She's
Shout out, we're going on a cruise.
Oh, when are you going?
Hopefully around her birthday.
Oh, because she's...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She's the one that celebrates, so it's going to be a whole...
I'm telling you.
Get my passport
you
together.
You should be like, do you do this?
Yeah.
Because you just want us all together.
I'm sure that's what it is.
I'm telling you, it's a lot of it is that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But basically they're saying that Zillennials like look at what Gen Z is doing and they're like, we like that. We're going to keep doing that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
As opposed to like what we've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like.
Listen, I'm here for it. As long, if you have a better life than like holding on to mountains of student loan debts that they told you that you should have so that you can get through college.
That makes me so sad.
It's so much like.
Yeah.
It's so much. And now I'm like at an age where I'm like, I would like to own a home. And then I look at talk about a question that keeps you up at night. I'm like, why is this housing market so crazy? Like,
oh my God.
Especially in LA.
And then, like, if you can afford something, which would take forever to pay off, it's like a rinky-dinky, like, falling apart.
It's a crack house.
Dude, it's a crack house.
It's a crack house, straight up.
Yeah.
And it's that high because it comes with its own crackhead. Like, it's crazy.
This one will be assigned to you.
Exactly.
His name is Jeff.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, it is wild. So I hope that, the next generation doesn't have to deal with, like, so much debt that we've incurred. And then also, like, able to own a home, you know what I mean? Able to, like, live that American dream. I think some places are more affordable than others. But
Texans would argue, like, come to Texas. Everything's great in Texas.
I am, honestly, on Instagram, I go to those little, like, the realtors, and they show their houses, and it's, like, marble floors, motherfucking countered, like, the islands looking, like, shiny as hell, talking about $200,000. I'm like, what the fuck for this house? Like,
what?
3 bedrooms, 2 baths. They'd be like, no more than $300,000.
Yeah, but they get tornadoes.
This is true.
And they got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy over there, Leatherface.
And, like, I'm pretty sure my neighbor would be a January 6th person who just ran up the Capitol or some shit. And sorry to stereotype y'all, but come on.
He'll be like, Judith, come over for dinner one day. And you're like, why?
Exactly. I'm like, all right, Bill, we're not going over there. What the fuck? So it's like, I'm not trying to die.
I'm not trying to die.
It's like, nah. Like, okay, Bill. No. So but to own something that nice, you have to, like, you have to go really far, it seems like. And it seems like a lot of the housing market is still competitive. Yeah. Anywhere you go, you know? So it's like, damn.
I think Gen Z or the next gen is literally, I don't know that they're going to care so much. Because I feel like their mentality is so, or maybe, I mean, we all mature, or we all go through, like, our phases or whatever, right? So it may be that right now they don't care and then they'll care later. Because I feel like when I was in my early 20s, I wasn't really thinking about that kind of stuff. And now I find myself, like, craving that kind of stuff, right? I want a house and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, they're very much kind of go with the flow, like, fuck the system. And they're very much like, nothing matters.
And
nothing matters. Like, we have put so much, we have put so much weight on things that don't need it. And they're like,
they're like, they just focus on the thing that does matter, right? I mean, maybe the fidget spinner doesn't, but I mean, maybe there's something to that. There's also, like, an argument that I feel like some people, like, I guess millennial and higher, are like, oh, these kids are so lazy. They don't want to, nobody wants to work.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Get off your ass and work.
Iconic. Woo, the privilege in that statement is so great. But, like, there's an argument to that where it's like, you gotta have to bust your ass with some things. Like, you gotta work hard for some things. So,
no doubt.
I don't think they're lazy. They're just, like, I think the next generation is more intentional with, like, okay, how am I gonna work to get to the next level? Should I work smarter, not, like, I guess not harder, but like, it's true. Most of the time, like, people who make it to the top, it's not to say you shouldn't have talent, you shouldn't have good work ethic, you should, but it's really who you know and how you network and people like you. Like,
it matters.
That makes a difference, you know? So I'm not mad at this next generation. Like,
they figured it out quicker, if anything.
Yeah. And they've been, like, we've been through 9/11, then we had the housing crisis, and then we had several recessions. I can't even keep count how many
recessions. One now.
Right now. Like, it's just like
right now.
So it's like, why not find a new way? I think that's why I like NFTs and Bitcoin, because it's a new way to kind of get access to economic freedom in a way. I don't get them, but I can see why the next generation is like, oh,
let's do it. Let's make it work.
Let's go. Because everything else feels like you're not working right to get to that American dream type of thing. And I don't blame them.
No, that's fair.
Like, it's ghetto here. Yeah.
It's ghetto here. Get me out of here.
Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave.
She can sing.
Me up. I'm out on the street by the corner store. You know, the one on 15th. Got a bright shirt on, so I'm easy to see.
Beat me up. Out of here.
Stranded indefinitely. I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard.
conceive. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave. Oh, Earth is ghetto. I wanna leave.
And then she hit with the rhymes.
I wanna leave.
And the lyrics are really beautiful. I was
They
like,
got their
my soul.
hungry, starving, nothing to eat, and the homeless living out on the street, and the sick are dying. Cricket police, politicians lying, criminals on the street.
This is
I got
beautiful.
fireable fuel if you need it from me. I'll sit in the back if we're riding too deep. Better lock the door. These people are stealing cheap. Roll the windows off so we can ride off in peace. Oh,
in peace. She said, don't let nobody else on. Don't let nobody else on here.
It's ghetto. I wanna leave.
Amazing.
I wanna leave.
I wonder, she's probably playing too, the piano.
I think so, yeah.
Indefinitely, I can't reach my planet, but I need to leave. You should see these people. It's hard to believe how they treat each other. It's hard to conceive. Oh, Earth
Is ghetto.
I wanna
Love it. See, I think this is what the lady, what's her name? The one who sang that song with the whole Angela Bassett thing.
Oh, yeah. She should sing this song.
I think this is
Angela Bassett did
that thing. If she had approached it maybe like this.
Oh, yeah.
You know
like
what
a
I
really
mean?
like acoustic.
Very chill.
Soulful.
It would have
way.
been a lot less cringe.
Yeah, actually, I agree with
Right?
you. Yeah, that song got popular during the pandemic. What's her name?
The song's for anyone who's sick of Earth. Earth is Ghetto,
Okay.
original song. Hi, thank you all. It says Aaliyah Sheffield.
Okay. Shout out to Aaliyah Sheffield. I remember that. The chorus was like always like on my timeline, and like people love it. I was like, it's a great song. And correct.
Oh my god.
Correct.
Earth is Ghetto. I want to leave. All right. Well, since we're kind of creeping into unanswerable question territory, is there an end to the universe, or does it just keep going?
I think it just keeps going.
You think it just keeps going?
Yeah.
You think space is infinite?
Yeah, because it's just so big. Like I
So
don't.
big.
It doesn't feel like there's an
Ending to it.
Yeah,
That's frightening.
terrifying. Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yep.
Oh God. That's so scary. Yeah, and I always think like we can't. I mean, I'm not like, oh, aliens, whatever. Like that whole thing is controversial, right?
It is.
But we can't be like the only living conscious thing.
Yeah.
Right?
I think there's other life beings. I don't know what they look like. I don't know if they're like microbial or if it's like, you know, what we've seen in the movies or whatever. It's such a weird question because I grew up Catholic and then non-denominational. So it's like everything is here, you know? It's like, but like in my head, logically, I'm like, this can't be it.
This
like,
can't be it.
I mean, there's some really cool things on Earth, and you know, our solar system is kind of tight or whatever. But like, that can't just be it. Like, it just feels like because it's so vast, and even our imaginations when we think about it, and even if you look at Star Trek and like Star Wars, even the thought of it, it doesn't feel like there's an ending to it.
Yeah, now we're gonna get real into it right now.
Oh,
get ready. I think of like how our bodies, right? We use them, and then again, coming back to cholesterol, I'm like, oh, in the heart, all the pain, all because I have slightly elevated cholesterol. No more eggs for me, or no more yellows. Boo.
Yes.
And I think like, okay, that's what's happening, right? Like they're going through the motions, and we get older, and I think of my grandma, and I go, okay, my grandma's like in her 80s, and her body is starting to, you know, right? And I'm like, dang, like, so I think of like Earth in that way, and I go, oh, wow, do you think like we'll ever be able to create? We'll become intelligent enough to create like spacecraft or anything that could like go and like maybe operate onto the sun? Or do you think like Earth perhaps would, just like our bodies, because of how much of usage it's getting from us being on it, eventually like wither and die itself?
Yeah, I think both. Yeah, I think there's a life cycle for Earth. You know what I mean? And then I think also like with human like technology, where we're going, like I think we will figure out a way.
Yeah.
I think we just met this dog Loki downstairs.
The cute dog.
And I remember watching the show, and like they had people leaving, I believe, a planet to go somewhere else. And I was like, I could see that. And there was basically the whole thing of like economic status and class, right? So the people who are rich and privileged, they got to leave, right? Yeah, but the people who didn't have the resources and all that stuff, they were left behind to unfortunately die. You know,
rude.
Yeah, I think the storyline was a little bit different. I think there was like a war happening as opposed to like
just the end. Of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I could see both happening, and because we're human beings, like unless we like, I don't know, do better. I definitely could see.
I mean, we're not on the right track at all.
No, we're not.
I mean, we're not.
It's crazy out here again.
Yeah. I mean, we may gotta get out of here. Earth is ghetto. Get me out of here. I mean, we may have Trump again,
which is terrifying.
Isn't that wild?
It's wild.
Oh my gosh,
it's crazy. It's crazy the time that we're in right now.
I was like, why? Everything just repeats itself. The fashion, the racism, the poverty.
Yeah, it's just different words.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, why are we back here again?
Yeah. But
like,
can we all agree not to bring back the thin eyebrows? Thank you.
Whatever you do
not bring back the thin eyebrows.
Thick eyebrows forever.
Yeah, here we go. I don't have a choice. They're on there for life. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait till I'm old and like, you know, you start wrinkling.
You got the best eyebrows.
Well, I mean, will I? Or will like, you know how your everything starts to sag?
Yeah.
I'm like, will my eyebrows be like here? Like on my eyes? Like I'll open them and close them and then I won't have eyebrows because they'll be on my lids or something.
I mean, it depends. You know, I follow this Instagram site called like Flying Ageless, and it shows like a lot of like older people, like I think maybe 60s and up.
Flying Ageless.
Yeah, they look great.
That.
Like I be looking at them like, damn, I'm trying to get that body now. How do I like? What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
So, what are you eating?
Yeah. So I mean, it's all in how you like take care of yourself, aging gracefully. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. You know. So
I can't wait. I've seen pictures of older ladies all tatted up.
Yes.
And I'm like, I cannot wait to be a tatted old lady. I can't wait.
Yes.
I'm like itching for more.
Yeah.
I'm like,
because they're badass.
Yeah. So I'm like, gotta keep hitting the gym. Gotta keep, you know, taking care of myself. Right. Avoiding the tampons at all costs.
Keep the stress low.
Woo. And then, you know, going to, you know, find out in 3 months that I still have nothing in my mouth.
Every month, we want that. Nothing.
Like,
everything's fine.
Everything is fine. Everything's fine. Do you have any hot tea?
Hot tea. I don't have personal hot tea. So yeah, in that way, there's not a.
I know no one does, so we have to always like find other ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was looking up. Well, on my timeline, this came up, and it's more celebrity tea. Basically, if you guys haven't known Nick Cannon, he's a comedian, actor. He's doing Wild 'N Out, a lot of jobs. Yeah, he has 13 kids. His first two coming from the legendary singer Mariah Carey.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. I didn't know.
First two kids from Mariah Carey.
Okay.
Twins.
Hold your thought. Okay, so my boyfriend and his buddies have like a saying that they have when like a homie loses a baddie. And they're, and so he's like, you know how Kanye went crazy after losing Kim because you know he lost a baddie. Yeah. And I told him, like if you lost me, like you'd go crazy too, right? Because like I'm a baddie. Period. And so then I'm like, that's literally what happened to Nick after Mariah Carey.
He did. He started wearing a turban.
Dude.
It was like, I'm like, what?
What? Dude, and he's over here having a million children.
He is.
Holy
and
moly.
I think it's an interesting decision. Like, I think it very harkens back to like years past where men would just have multiple kids with I mean, maybe not that far past it, guys do it now, but because he's in, I think for a lot of people and for him, like because he has the financial standing, which I'm so happy he does.
Good for you, baby.
To able to support, you know, all of the babies and the moms. But then there's also an argument of like, you are one person.
Yeah,
like, how
and you're
are
hustling.
you? Yeah, like he has to work a lot. He also, I think, I have to double check, but I think he has like a lupus or something. He has to, I have to double check which one it is, but he has to be on his health. I can't imagine his schedule. I can't because to be able to do all of these things, and you have all these kids, you know. That's why I saw all these jokes of like, it was like Nick Cannon FaceTiming all his kids, and it was just like a Zoom with like 12 little faces like, good morning, fam. Like,
Good morning, family.
Like, damn.
Genius.
I was like, that's hilarious, but that's how it is. You know what I mean? And like, I think all of us, like, it's hard. I've never been a parent. I have been a caregiver for a short time in my life, but you have to dedicate your all to whoever you're taking care of. Like, it's no joke. So I can't even imagine the same couple having 12 kids, let alone several different, like, just the logistics, the coordination.
That's too much.
It's a lot.
All the personalities, like all the different personalities of the mom.
And then spending time with your kid, getting to know this person,
but
right?
that's where I think it's somewhere's got to lack. It can't all be perfect, right?
It will.
And I think that's going to be it. If you're hustling that hard, you're not spending time with those kids.
Yeah.
You're financially providing for them, but you're not spending time with them.
Yeah. And it's important.
It's probably more important than you know, child support or whatever.
I agree.
100%. I remember like my sister, she's like, I buy you food, like
you're alive. You're welcome.
Right. Yeah. The typical Latina, like, you're welcome to be alive. You know? Yeah. Oh my God. Let me tell you, girl. One time I washed the dishes and my mom's like, finally you're washing the dishes. I'm like, you should be grateful. Girl, tell me why she almost yeeted me. I almost died that day. I saw death.
You were like, I was about to see my maker.
Dude, my life was flashing before my eyes. I'm like, you better be grateful that I'm washing these dishes. And she said,
like, excuse me?
This bitch.
She's like, where's the chancla?
This
Beat
bitch.
your ass.
Yeah. Where is the chancla? Yeah, 100%. I almost, ooh, girl. Yeah.
Oh
and so my sister's like that. She's like, I provide for you.
Yeah.
You know,
But
that's my whole point. Like, all those kids are not going to have like proper emotional,
quality time.
You know what I mean? You can provide all you want, but like at the end, like, the core fundamentals matter more, I think. Yeah. And so it's so funny because especially the whole having kids with different women thing, like, I mean, hey, if those women are cool with it, to each their own, right? Like, there's no shame there. But like, I know for me personally, never. I would no. And that's the thing. Like, in my early 20s, I dated this guy, and he was a gentleman. He was sweet. I felt loved. We were together for a year.
Yeah.
And then after a year, like, and I kind of knew this was coming, but after a year, he goes like, hey, so, you know, we've been monogamous, blah, blah, blah. But like, I would, you know, I prefer being poly, right? And so I'm like,
immediately no.
you know? Yeah. And I was like, right. And so but then he was like, you know, because he was older too. He's like, I'd really like to, you know, like, have a baby with you one day. Yeah. Like, yeah, he Nick Cannoned me. And I was like, he Nick Cannoned me, I tell you. He was like, yeah, I'd really love to have a baby with you because the baby would have such smooth skin and like it would be a Latino, like Chinese baby.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh. And so like the further I was like, no, obviously not, right? Obviously not. I'm not a petri dish. But then like the other thing was like, he was like, yeah, but I also want to have like other kids with other women. And he was, and so he's like, yeah, I'd like to have like blended families. So like, I'd like to have like, you know, have black and Chinese baby. I'd like to have like, you know.
So you was going to be a sister wife.
That's what
sister wife.
Yeah, he was trying to do that. He's like, he said, yeah, I'd like to, you know, come back. Like, you know, maybe we visit. Maybe I'll come back in a year. Like, I'll always support the kid. It was the wildest thing, dude.
So he was just gonna be gone for years at a time and just stop in and say hello.
He was gonna throw money at me. He was gonna Nick Cannon me. And so, yeah, girl, I'm telling you, there's men like this. And so then it hit me, and I was like, oh, he learned this. Like, his dad, who he hated, which is the irony of it all. Also had tons of kids everywhere, and he had you know, wives in different countries.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
yeah. So he picked up that structure. Probably subconsciously was like, oh yeah, that's how
it works.
Yeah, how
and
I
so
do it.
And so the whole thing, like,
Interesting.
I can't believe that, like, but this is what I mean. Earth is ghetto. I want to leave.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm going to call it now and say that at the rate that we are going, we are definitely not going to invent a spaceship that gets us off Earth before Earth implodes.
Just because, like, we're too stupid for
We're
that.
too stupid.
She's like, there's no faith in us. No.
Nah. Have you seen the meme? And or I don't know if you've been to Disney recently, but you know how the moms be coming in with what are those called? Because I don't know, I'm not a mom. Like,
so strollers?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, this has turned into a game.
I don't know.
It's giving strollers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then basically they have like different parking areas.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a sea of strollers
Yes.
at Disneyland.
Yes.
And they're like, oh my God, look, Nick Cannon's here with all his kids. And it's like a sea of strollers by Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's
Wow.
wild. Crazy. You've been, oh my God, thank you for coming on the
Yeah,
show. That
thank
was
you
so
for having me.
It was such a blast.
Yes, super fun.
Do you have anything that you would like to plug or anything?
Listen to all the amazing
Earwolf
Earwolf
shows.
shows. Yes, like
Yup.
Scam Goddess, Bitch Sass, like Freedom, all the, just go find it, listen to them,
listen to our
enjoy
comedy
them.
shows.
Yes. You can follow me at
Yes.
jcargbo3. That's JKARGBO 13.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
jcargbo 13, not 3. On Instagram, I'm a true millennial. That's where.
That's what we
Yeah.
at. You know what though? Even the Zillennials are on there.
Yeah,
You know?
they still like it.
Yeah.
I am on TikTok, but I don't use it that much. I'm just watching the TikToks and
Doom scrolling.
Yeah, Twitter, I'm not that active, so Instagram is where you'll
There
find
you
me.
go.
Yeah.
Thank you to Sent to Destroy Studios and Chris Bonifay for letting me have my show here in his space. The extra equipment, the reason that you see the beautiful Judith today is because of Ted Lee Jones for the second camera. Thank you so much. Thank you to Joshua Taylor for helping me set up. And visual graphics, the ones that you see, the really cool that go on the screens. On socials, Erica Ayala, thank you very much. And thank you, Judith, for being today's guest.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! And last but not least, guys, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe, as it helps the podcast a bunch, since, you know, we're just on that indie level and it helps us grow. And then don't forget to follow the pod at Talks and Sips at TALKSNSIPS, and myself at JFox with 2 X's and 2 underscores. Feel free to write in to talksandsip@gmail.com if there's a meme that you want us to explore further. And if you'd like to support the show, become a patron for $5 a month. Lastly, we have hats still, and the sun's gonna be coming soon. So message the pod on Instagram for merch. And that's it. Yeah, I'm Jay Fox, and you are?
I'm Judith Park.
Okay, bye.
Bye.